that's my goal, is to, have them eat it and then discover, oh, there is no meat in that. I forgot, it's that good. And that's I guess the way I grew up mostly was vegetarian. I learned how to, I never had meatloaf growing up. I never had steak growing up. My parents don't know what a good rare steak really is.
All right, Nate, tell me about the roasted root vegetable salad.
Honestly, the reason why I did it because I needed a seasonal dish. Root vegetables are in right now. I think the best thing I could have done with them, with the truffle and the shallot and the vinegar, makes it so much sweeter. I love root vegetables. This whole menu, I approach it the same way I approach every menu. On balance, start with one direction, and you end with satisfaction. I think that's definitely what I achieved by starting with a nice light salad, heading into the second course being the heavier cheesecake. The reason why I did the savory cheesecake, I don't like sweet cheesecake. I never did growing up, which is kind of weird. Most people do. But I just never liked it. And I discovered, it was a technique I learned from a chef that showed me a flan. I turned it into a cheesecake, with the crust and everything savory. And with the chilies, it's kind of a French influence, the Mediterranean, roasted peppers, sweetness, with goat cheese. I just think it's perfect compared to any other sweet cheesecake out there. I think that the best thing to show about a soup is you can make a vegetarian based on good vegetable stock. It's extracting all the, the nutrients, the flavor, the aroma of all these vegetables put into a stock, and then condensed down, adding more texture, more vegetables, beans, pasta, put the pesto on top for more flavor. It's all based on, don't be afraid to have something that tastes good and miss meat. I don't miss a piece of steak or a leg and thigh in that soup. This bland meatloaf that leaves to desire. Try to put all that desirableness into vegetarian. It's got the texture, flavor, sauce, with the biscuit and gravy on it too. Pretty much not missing anything of that dish. Based on comfort, that was the main entree. Everything else I think led up as far as flavor-wise, elements, texture, led into the kind of the comfort course at the end. Unfortunately, we couldn't do cherries. I want to do Bing cherries and do a nice classic flambéed cherry dessert with a vanilla panna cotta and then just a pie crust. And the panna cotta itself is just more of a, not a custard, but a pudding, if you will. So I think it's a lot lighter to go with the cherries itself. The cherries are so tart and sweet, you don't want to overkill that with the egg yolk and the rich ice cream or something like that. But unfortunately, hopefully next week I'll be able to do a whole cherry menu, so I won't have to substitute anything.